What is Facebook? No, the only time that's squeezing a butt isn't gonna get you into trouble, eh? Now I'm up rather early in the morning, getting these wands done as soon as possible. The scepter has all the paint on it. What up, though? What's up, Billy Mosier? What's up? Tony, Tom, and Jean. Yeah. Speaking of squeezing some ass, goddamn, I farted. Excuse me. ACWY Asperger's talking shit again. Now the handle is successfully glued onto the scepter, and I'm about half tempted to polish the handle while the top of it's drying with the glow-in-the-dark spray paint. It would speed things up a little bit on the fourth batch of wands, no less. But you squeeze a butt, like a tobacco butt, into your pipe. Nobody bats an eye. It's a tobacco pipe, but damn. Tom says, how's it going, Josh? Tried some Carolina Reaper hot wings. Bro, that sounds mean as fuck, dude. Oof. We get Chuck a brush, and we get the Mod Podge. Okay. Now that I've got the scepter handle podged, I'll let that bastard dry. Nice and shiny. That's gonna take a good minute to dry. And while that dries, we can try to get this here wand painted and assembled. Just a wee bit of painter's tape right here to paint up a small section of the handle, different color. And we're going to do the same thing going all the way up the wand. The very tip of it. This will give it a classic magician's wand look, with an added bonus, of course. I'm just going to paint the rest of this section black right quick, and this section white. Here we go. For now, at least, I can get the one portion painted. I might really get the tip done too. And I'll do the tip later. I'll do the one portion first. There we go. But pretty much all the other handles are polished up, except for the scepter and the last one in the batch. Indeed. Getting lots of support on the channel, yeah. But yeah, it's a hustle and makes that money. And one good way of doing that, of course, is making wands. Indeed. A good morning indeed. The section not completely covered in podge has already been podged, or at least glued on in some way, shape, or form. So the rest of it's covered like it's supposed to be. Let that dry for a couple hours. But I guess on to the next step with the wands, yes. Unfortunately, this batch may not make it on until July, but we can call it the 4th of July wand palooza sale. Because when the 3rd rolls around, I should have enough money to get at least the quartz and copper for it. I don't want to get the last 2 things for the scepter until I know it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying in Facebook. It doesn't do any good to get a crystal and not have a stick ready at least. But yeah, the lines on that scepter are very clean. Yeah. The particular Mod Podge I use gives it a nice glossy, shiny finish. There are 2 different types of Mod Podge. But only 2 different kinds. I dipped the bottom of the handle in it and then used stuff on the bottom of the handle. We're gonna spread it out all over. And I'll let that sucker dry for a good minute. Want that to dry nice and clear. So that way when I go to podge the rest of it, I'll podge the rest of it when the paint is done drying at the top. I'll podge the biggest wand out of the batch first. That way the rest of them are just done, 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 done. You know what I'm saying? I have, but carving would take a bunch of extra time. And I want to try something crazy with the scepter. I want to try autographing it with the Sharpie when the podge is done drying on the whole thing completely. Yeah. Because I noticed that once Sharpie dries, it's pretty hard on coming off. That would be sick as fuck. Back to the hustle, back to the wands.